Ah, so you're still here. Good. For a moment I thought you might try to run. But then I realized something rather comforting. You're frozen. I can see it in your eyes. That expression, halfway between horror and fascination. How long have you been sitting there like that? 5 minutes? 10? Long enough to finish the page, I imagine. Yes, I can see the diary in your hands. Page 143. You skipped ahead. That's very rude, you know. You really shouldn't have read my diary. Not because it's embarrassing, oh no. I'm far beyond embarrassment. But because once you read something like that, it's very difficult to pretend you don't know. Go on. Close it. Slowly. Yeah, just like that. Place it on the table. Good. Now look at me. No, don't look away. You've already read the parts when I described your eyes. It would be insulting if you suddenly decided you were shy about them. You're wondering something, aren't you? I can practically hear the thought rattling around in your head. Were those entries real? Did she really write all that? Oh, sweetheart, of course I did. Every word, every line, every carefully dated observation. Did you see the entry from 3 months ago? The one where I described the way you stood outside the cafe window while it rained. You remember that day, don't you? You were waiting for someone who never arrived. Your shoulders were tense. You kept checking your phone. And eventually, you sighed. Just a tiny little sound. Most people wouldn't have noticed it, but I did. Did that part frighten you? Or was it the entry from last week? The one where I wrote about your apartment, your window, the light you leave on in the kitchen at night. You shouldn't do that, you know. It makes it very easy to see inside. Ah, there it is, that little shiver. You're beginning to understand. Good. I was worried you might be slow. You see, diaries are fascinating things. Most people write them to record their own lives, their feelings, their little daily dramas. But mine is about you. Every page, every entry, every single thought. Do you want to know when it started? Of course you do. That's the first question everyone asks. When did the obsession begin? You probably expect something dramatic. A thunderbolt moment. Love at first sight. But the truth is much more delicate than that. It started the day you smiled at me. You probably don't even remember it. You were holding the door open for someone at the bookstore. I happened to be walking past. And when I thanked you, you smiled. Just a simple, polite smile. The kind you give strangers without thinking. But I thought about it for hours. That night, I wrote my first entry. Day 1. That person with a gentle smile. I wonder if I'll see them again. Isn't that sweet? By the second week, I had learned your routine. Morning coffee, work, the little park you pass on your way home, the grocery store you visit on Thursdays. You're very predictable, you know. Very easy to follow. Oh, don't make that face. I'm not judging you. Predictability is charming. It means I can always find you. Did you read the part where I described your laugh? Page 92. I spent 3 paragraphs on it. 3. Because the first 2 didn't capture it properly. You see, when you laugh, you tilt your head slightly. Your shoulders relax. And for just a moment, you look completely unguarded. That moment is my favorite. And now, you've read enough to understand something very important. This isn't a crush. This isn't even love in the ordinary sense. This is devotion. Years of watching, years of writing, years of carefully learning everything about you, your habits, your fears, your favorite music, even the things you think no one notices. Did you see the entry about your nightmares? The one where I wrote about the nights you wake up at 3 in the morning. You walk to the kitchen, drink water, and stare out the window for a while. You always look so lonely then. I hated that, seeing you like that, alone, unprotected, as if the world could just take you away. So I started thinking very carefully about how to fix that. And then today happened. You came over. You were sitting in my living room. I stepped away for just a moment, and when I returned, you were reading my diary. Do you know what it means? It means the universe has a sense of humor, because now you know everything. No more secrets. Now we can finally be honest with each other. So, tell me something. Are you afraid of me? Take your time, I can wait. I've been waiting for a very long time already. Because here's the wonderful part. You see, most people would panic right now. They would run, try to escape, call the police. But you didn't run, you stayed. You kept reading. Page after page after page. Even when it became obvious that something was wrong. That's what fascinates me. You were curious enough to keep going, to learn the truth. And now you're here, sitting in my house, looking at the girl who has written 200 pages about you. Oh, don't look so pale. If it makes you feel better, the last entry was written only a few hours ago. Today might finally be the day. The day they understand. The day they realize how perfectly we fit together. And now, you do understand, don't you? Because there's one final thing written in the diary. Page 200. The very last entry. Would you like to hear it? Good. I thought you might. It says, once they know the truth, they won't leave. not because they can't, but because deep down they belong with me. So tell me, now that you've read my thoughts, now that you know how deeply I've watched you, how carefully I loved you, you're not going to leave me, are you? I was hoping you'd say that. Come here. Don't be nervous. I'm not going to hurt you. I've spent far too long protecting you for that. Let me kiss you. If I may.